This video is on the relative age effect. What is the relative age effect? Relative age effect is a difference in age which is usually within a 12-month period. It is done during academic school years mostly. It is more or less when the students or athletes are the same age, however they're differently developed due to the gap in whether or not when they were born. And the older youths are more likely to be picked for team sports as they are usually greater developed. The difference in age at school. When children are born in September in the first quarter, then they are usually going to be a lot more developed than students who are born in July in the fourth quarter. This is due to the whole 10-month period of where they will be growing, developing, and getting taller and gaining strength. This is either in primary school, secondary school, or infant school, as this 12-month gap can be quite crucial and it is a very long period for an athlete to develop. Here's a perfect example of the relative age effect. Here we have Ross Barkley, who is aged 13, who was born in December in the first quartile. Here he is playing an under-14 schoolboy game, and you can see the significant difference in his growth to the other athlete. This is due to him being born in the first quarter and have great developed and being a lot taller, stronger than this who may have been born in the fourth quarter. When identifying young, 12 months difference is very significant when young athletes are being monitored, as there's different development in the motor skills, as they will be able to either catch, run, throw or kick a ball a lot greater in 12 months difference when young. As many children, there's also 12 months difference in whether or not they can crawl and whether they can walk, which is very large difference for the children. Their mental development and physical development will also change, as their cohesive skills and the way they think will be very different to 12 months prior. Here we have the relative age effects in youth soccer across Europe, and as you can see with every other country except from Spain, the first quarter children have a high percentage of being involved within these sports, within soccer across Europe. This is due to relative age effects and the fact that they'll be a lot greater developed, and Spain is primarily on ability, whereas a lot of these countries are mostly on strength and size. As you can see, England is a lot greater in terms of the first quarter children being involved than everyone else. Biobanding is a way in which this can be resolved. Biobanding is where matching young athletes with the same physical strength and height against each other. This ranges from the ages of 13 to 16. AFC Bournemouth have trialled this and it found it very helpful for younger, bigger athletes to develop, as it gives the younger athletes who are taller the chance to compete against people of their own size, therefore allowing them to develop greater, and the same for those who are the age of 16 who may be a bit shorter, as they won't fall behind, but they'll be able to compete against people of a similar physical strength and ability. There are advantages and disadvantages of the relative age effect. Disadvantages involve the potential talents being overlooked just due to their height and their date of birth. They're seen as being handicapped due to their birthday. Also the relative age effect can be mismeasuring talent, as they'll be looking primarily on the size of the athlete and not on their overall ability. Advantages of this, however, are younger youths train with older youths. So this can be very effective, or can be beneficial to the younger youths who were born in the third or fourth quarter much rather than those in the first quarter, as they won't only just develop strength, but they will also be able to play with children who would be 11 months further down the line in terms of progression.